What's up, Ipka?
Hello, hello,
I,
hello. Not
I didn't.
much.
I didn't warn you. The song ended. I had to come back in. I was forced.
No worries. No worries.
Didn't want to start the next song. I've almost got the overlay sorted. The replay's loaded. We're almost ready here. Now that I'm doing this window lock mouse jazz with the auto hotkey script, everything's so much easier. I can function much better now that I can tab in and out. Just get that there and reset the score. Oh no, not reset the names. Rah. STC Herb1 and Walter. Don't forget the H.
Oh.
Who's whom again? Ciaz or Axis, right? RTN's Axis first. Is that right?
Let me check again. I messed up. I loaded the replay bar quick. Okay. So, yeah. RTN, Con, RTN CS, Axis, and Mortal Wombat are Soviet.
Mortal Wombat. Right.
Mortal Wombat.
Okay, I got to just reset the scores. Almost got it. How hard could it be to press some buttons? There we go. Nope, still not right. There we go. Now it's right. Okay, you guys ready for the finals? Are they ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Who's ready? I don't know. Yeah, do I have another couple good games left in me? I think I do, Ipkai. I just ate some sushi. I'm happy Jason.
Super rejuvenated. I mean, I have to be honest, I'm not a big sushi fan, but that's because fish doesn't agree with me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, at least.
You don't like sushi?
No.
Oh. Okay, let's go in game.
Yep.
I'm going to follow Ciaz again, since my viewers know that Ciaz is blue, and his mate, Khan, is yellow. We're going to keep that consistent. So they are starting as Axis in the north of Moscow outskirts Summer. Their opponents for this grand ESL Cup number 5 finals are Herb and Walter, who will be in the south playing Soviets, red and purple respectively. Ready to count in, Monsieur Ipkai?
Oui, oui, Monsieur Dietmars.
All right, if I could count to 5 in French, I would do it, but I can't. So I'll do it in German. Unpause. I don't know how to say unpause, but I know how to say anfangen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Los. Jetzt geht's los. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
These wheat.
Took me a while to figure that out, but we got through it. Okay, resources are going to come up. Down at the bottom will be Ciaz. Fortunately, his mate, Khan, is right on top. Third from the bottom is Walter, and Herb will be at the top of your screen. We have the standard tier 1 from the Wehrmacht, and down in the south from the Soviets, we have the Special Rifle Command coming up, but nothing yet from Herb 1. He might be spamming out a bunch of conscripts first.
Yeah, conscript sniper. That seems to be the new flavor
meta,
of the month.
the new 2v2
The new
meta.
flavor. The new flavor of the month. Yes, conscripts and snipers. Except used to be snipers and maxims. But it might change. It might be mortars and snipers next patch or something like that. You never know. That's the thing with Soviets. They've actually got, because they've got like their mainline infantry from the headquarters, and they've got 2 supporting buildings for relatively cheap. You can have quite varied strats from the Soviets, at least, and interesting combinations in team games.
I was amazed at how much vet we saw with the early tier units in the last 2 games. These dudes are so good at preserving their units. It's a pleasure to watch them scale into the late game. It's fun.
Yeah, vet is still quite potent. I mean, what it does, vet basically, it's ever you're giving like raw, just like damage increase or things like that. It sort of like improves the role of the squad. So, like I said, T34s, they all get increased speed and they get better turret rotation, things like that. Conscripts get better range on their Molotov throw, for example, at vet 2. It's things like that. So that's what a lot of the vet is. Rather than it just being like raw numbers boost. A nice push on this cut-off by Herb, actually, on the west side of Moscow. the fuel is now cut off, even though, and they've also capped the fuel point as well. So they've done well on the west, and it looks like the Soviets are just going to push on up the west. They're just ignoring the east for the most part.
Now, in your opinion, Moscow Summer, I've heard rumblings that the south is better because this cutoff point is easier to access. Do you think that's true? Do you think it's harder to approach the cutoff when you're in the northern position, the mirror cutoff?
I don't know. It's pretty symmetrical, to be honest. You know, maybe the map's just overplayed. I think because it is probably the most played map, 2v2 map. So I think people just start saying stuff. You know,
complaining for the sake of complaining. It's a great map, in my opinion. I like it a lot. You know, it's another one of these only Code 2 maps, which is cool. It's not a remake. You know, this is an original Company of Heroes 2 map, and you know, let's see, we got winter first, didn't we? And then summer came shortly thereafter.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a good like 3v3 map as well. The Oka River is quite nice, but unfortunately the blizzards annoy the heck out of a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, but that one's actually got nice like gameplay to it, nice flow, and nice cut-offs to it. Very nice map.
I wonder if they considered doing a summer version. It might be cool.
Well, no, because then there's a big river in the middle, and then you can't have that.
Oh, right. That wouldn't work at all. It would have to be a Samosky style thing.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, if you get on to the map guy, Matt Phillips, Eagleheart, get on to him about it and just say, like, hey, man, can we have blizzardless winter maps? You know, you might think about doing it. You know, if you guys say that you don't like the blizzards, you know, you might think about doing something like that.
Dude, I don't even like to play 3v3 at all, just because I don't think that any of the maps are really appropriate for 3v3. Oka River is one of the few maps that's appropriately sized for 6 players. And yeah, but I mean, if we could get like a Samosky winter version of that with the ice and all of that, but no blizzards, that would be, you know, be much better for the whole 3v3 pool.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Twister the other day, and said Blizzard would be okay if they only had the sight decrease. I think that might be quite cool, just having the sight decrease and not having the cold element. You know?
Cold tech.
Yeah.
But is it really the cold tech that's that much of a problem? I mean, that's just kind of annoying. I mean, good players won't really suffer from cold tech.
Yeah, but the Blizzard, you know, you can set, you know, if you don't have the cold tech, you can then, you know, you don't have to jump fire to fire. And then you can also do more flanking maneuvers. Then you know you can get in with, you know, you can get in with shock troops because the line of sight is impaired. So it'd be easier for you to get in and do sneaky things like that, for example, or do sneaky things with P-Grens. Lets you be more sneaky, and you know, be quite cool. Or assault elephants even.
I like ambush. Yes. We like sneaky. It's all good. We like tactical ambushes. That's good stuff, definitely.
You can imagine that the elephant can't see as far, and then you can ambush it in the blizzard. Then you know things like that. With your tanks. That's all really nice. So these Grens, they went in for flank. Oh man, we lost one Gren squad on retreat. This sniper has to be careful. He's being shot in the back. Oh, yeah, man, she dies.
Down she goes.
So that's
sorry, ladies.
I know. That's one way you can deal with Russian snipers. You can get a flank like that on them. Although it did cost him a Grenadier squad. But I mean, I suppose you know that's still 120 man power up. You know, that's one way to deal with Soviet snipers. The other one is just to try and out-sniper the sniper by sniping the Soviet support units. So we got 2-2-2 here, and I think CS is going to do what I was talking about in the other game. He's just going to try and bum rush the base now and try and find these snipers. Oh, nice mine.
Gorgeous mine, right? And the sniper even came out to say hi, too, while it was blowing up, right? The sniper's like, see me? Can't have me. Yuck. That was cool.
Maybe they know about this as well, because was it Walther? Yeah, because he played them with Price, didn't he? Walther and Price played them before in the finals in Cup 4? No, Cup 3, because it was Quentin and Jeslin in Cup 4. So it was Cup 3. It was Pop and Siez. So maybe Walther was like, I know about you and your bum rushing 2-2-2s.
You have a mine in the face, in the chops. Take a mine in the chopper.
No.
That was good. They needed that after losing that one sniper. Did you see in the last game, like, Khan's insane Maxim that got way, way, way behind enemy lines and actually killed a pack? Just, like, way behind enemy lines? I was following that a bit on the broadcast. That was so, like, just crazy aggro.
Yeah, the pack. I mean, sorry, the Maxim is sorry, the Maxim is like an assault machine gun. That's what I like to call it. Basically, you don't use it defensively, really. You use it to like help you push on positions.
He had the thing in there all by itself. It was like double vet. It was like shooting packs, like right between the Wehrmacht bases. It was pretty cool.
They've got these snipers on the right. Sorry, on the east side of Moscow. 222 is going about.
So Walter is the sniper guy.
He's sniper man, and Sears is going about with his 222, just harassing squads.
So Walter can't have much of an army after losing a sniper and rebuilding it. He's spent pretty much all of his early game manpower on snipers.
Well, he's got a penal squad and 2 guards, so you know he's doing quite well. I think is he getting some deep? Yeah, guards got a bit of a buff in some respects. They're a bit cheaper now. They're 30 manpower less, and the DPs are a bit cheaper. Although the profile did get altered on the DP, they're actually most effective at long range and least effective up close. Yeah, that's all the LMGs in the game as well. So like all LMGs will have that profile. You know that graph that I think Peter made that he tried to share with everyone. So like all weapons will have that similar profile. They are, depending on the squads, they are toned down, so they won't do those exact numbers. So, for example, like a Guards Mosin does more damage than the Conscript Mosin does, but they all have that same curve. Yeah, all the weapons all have the same curve. So that's something. That's basically the illustration of that graph. Anyway. Yeah, these Germans.
That's gutsy for CS to try to kite these guards.
He'll be okay. One guard squad's quite wounded. The other one, yeah, he's just gonna back off, and he's got G43s to back up that 222. There is snipers hanging about in the back though, so he's got to be a little bit careful.
Well, they just sort of agree not to fight. Now the guards are going to push forward and try to cap that ammo point. And that's an important point. When I'm playing this map, I always get real stressed out when they get in there. I like to hold that ammo strong. Because, you know, after that falls, then it's your cutoff and your fuel and everything else. So you gotta fight for that position around the church.
Yeah, it's a really crucial point. Rifle nade, ooh, kill 3 guys. Nice. Whatever. These guards, they haven't got DPs, they've just got Mosins now, so they cannot button these 222s if they do get a bit too adventurous. So he has to be, so Walter has to be a bit careful with his snipers. Try not to overextend too much, otherwise he will get slaughtered.
Walter's being smart. He backpedaled his snipers to work on these LMG grens from really, really far away, which was nice positioning.
Oh, nice. This
what? Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Surprised Ciaz too, I'm sure. I missed it entirely. Okay, that's a late.
And the 222 was low enough health that. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can
cancel them.
Yeah, but they are like a bit of a surprise. If you get them late enough, you can surprise guys. They're like, oh shit, you got Molotovs. I haven't been dodging them all game. Now I have to. You know that.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're not too bad to get relatively late. You know, if you get them straight away, it's also not a bad idea, depending on how you like to play. But if you get them late as well, that can also be quite effective, because people will be like, he doesn't have Molotov. Oh, no, he's got Molotov.
And he'll look away, and he'll leave a unit in the house, and
yeah, and just get melted. But smoke grenade, nice smoke grenade with the minesweeper as well, so then the mines don't get tripped. And Khan tripped one of the Soviet mines, but the MG's still shooting at them, so he just has to retreat.
He didn't lose that Gren squad, and those mines will all recloak, so they haven't really dealt with them yet.
Now, what Herb could have done was actually throw the shock grenade on there and possibly set them off. Well, they have like chain reaction.
Yeah.
So he could have done that.
I find it very hard when I'm facing S-mines to get a sense of how many I've cleared. You know, if you don't do it with snipers, if you do it with some other way, like with an AT gun or a mortar or something, it's really hard to get an idea of how many are left, because there's so damn many of them. And when you clear them, there's no real formula for, like, did I clear a fourth? Did I clear half? Are there still some right at the front line that are going to wipe out my infantry? Hard to know. It's funny that those mines
Yeah,
actually
I mean, the people
work
complain
with their
that, yeah.
crazy signs, you know? I mean, they've got signs, right?
They have
Everybody
signs,
laughs, right?
and you know
but
they're
they,
there,
but they do kind of work.
Yeah, you know they're there, but so you're kind of going, I need to get a minesweeper, or I gotta get rid of them, and I haven't got rid of all of them. So they're just a pain to deal with as well. They're not, they're not, they are effective. You know, people maybe underestimate them a little bit sometimes, but they're still really useful. I mean, see that conscript squad just got burnt. Sorry, got blown up.
Yeah, there's still some there. There's still more. They're going to have to trip a few more on retreat. Oi, 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 oi! That squad almost got wiped.
And Con has a P4 out now. He's about to hit the mid, and these 222s are going to go in on these snipers. He's just got to back out. Back out, back out.
Turbo snipers!
Just get out.
Almost dead. People are running in.
A bit crazy with his...
the Zis got way out of position. Wow, he trips the mine, though, trying to storm in after the snipers, and so that's going to be a fail. And now with a damaged engine, he might be able to reposition the Zis. Let's see. Those Grens are in there, too. I feel like my game's on, like, 2x speed. Everything's running crazy fast all over the place as these units stumble over the various walls that were destroyed there. Is he going to be able to get some more shots in with the Zis? He does. But now...
Yeah, using the Vet 1 ability to give him longer line of sight. But he just manages to eke out.
Oh, check it out. These conscripts have picked up a DP or something.
PTRS.
A PTRS. And will they be able to do enough damage with that between that gun and the 18-aid? Will they fire it again? They do. They get it. Wow. There you go. Always pick up rifles that are left around on the battlefield. Look at the difference they can make.
That was mad. Just got that PTRS shot off and just killed that P4. And that's not a good position to be in.
So Khan must be kicking himself.
Yeah, he's like, oh man. He's probably...
I guess...
Right now.
Well, we can really just credit Herb and Walter for putting mines so deep in their own territory, you know? I mean, they got a scout car with it, and then this mine here just saved both the snipers and, led to the end of that early P4.
Yeah, the mine was... It was just driving by, just close enough so that I didn't actually get that hit, but just clipped it and got set off. And is that... Oh, that's a strafing run. So
here comes the strafing run.
So Con has not gone elephant this time. He's gone for the Tiger instead, assault support. Not bad on a big map, because then that can impede, Soviet harassment and assaults.
It's like you get a good victory. It's these players are so tough to beat, these top tier players, because even if you kill an early unit like the P4, you're still getting harassed everywhere all the time. And if your infantry play isn't quite as good as theirs, your map just starts to fall away, even though you think you're winning and you're getting good kills. I mean, look at the map.
It also, differs as well. It depends how well people take losing units as well. Some players will be like, oh man, I lost a unit, okay, time to move on. Some players will get really bummed out for the whole game, and then they can't play well. And that, that's also another, level that you would say, a good player can just get over the losses of units much better than, a lower skilled one, so to speak, So that's, as well as trying to keep the units preserved. But, if they lose it, they just go, okay, no biggie, I can still win, It's only one unit. That guard's grenade goes in but doesn't actually kill any men, but it does do some damage. 222 is chasing. We've got to be careful. There's an Su-85 and the guard squad. Oh, Walter's got to be careful with the snipers.
That was close.
So
he accelerated and ran away just in the nick of time. And look at CS get back this 222 away from the Su-85. Such nice micro.
Su-85 doing a Kool-Aid Man impression, just breaking through the wall.
That was cool. We can do the replay again and take some video of it storming through the wall. That would have been pretty fresh. With this pink graffiti.
Pink graffiti on there. He's got the guy with the binoculars at the top. That's a recon plane over the top, so they've got plenty of recon. Not a recon plane, sorry, that's a strafe plane. What am I saying? Anyway.
What are you saying, I?
What am I saying, fam? Okay, but...
So 2 Opals out to bump the resources of the Wehrmacht team.
Yeah, it's basically the fuel and the munitions cache combined together. That's basically what the Opel Blitz truck is.
I feel like the Polish team is playing well, but it's almost like they're not being aggressive enough when they get opportunities. A lot of their units are sitting idle. These AT guns haven't done anything in a while. They've got a lot of units in their base. I just feel like their multitasking isn't quite as strong. Like they could have more map.
Yeah, they're being a bit passive.
Yeah.
Is the term, isn't it? Yeah, a bit passive. A bit.
Wow, we're getting serious robot Ipkai. Sorry, you should start that sentence again entirely.
Okay. Yeah, they're just being a bit flat. I mean, they could push up a bit more. They did kill a tank, so they don't have to be too worried about the AT gun position.
I'm liking the sniper play from Walter, though. It's been fun watching these players over the past 2 months in all these different cups because you can kind of see them getting better, which is fun. Like Walter's sniper play was not this good in the first couple times we saw him like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know. When he was playing twice, now it seems to be a lot better now, and that's cool. It's nice to see people come on, and that's what I was on about. When I said that if I see guys that play all the time, even if they're not amazing compared to even if they're not ranked 1 on the automatch ladder, I think invite them. He's willing to play in events, and he seems to be getting better. I'd do it. I'd put a punt on them.
What the hell does that mean?
I put a bet on them. I put a bet on them.
A punt is a bet? Okay.
Punt.
Thanks for translating that for the
Or a pony.
Americans. A pony.
A pony is 100 quid, I think. A ton is also 100 quid.
A C-spot. A Benjamin. Put that in American slang. A Benji.
Yeah, we don't have any 100 pound bills here, unfortunately. We only got 50s.
Don't you? How's that possible?
No.
There's no 100-pound bill. That's hard to believe.
50s is the biggest we've got.
I find that quite surprising. What? Really? I think there's a $1,000 bill, actually.
No, 50 is the biggest.
But that's worth about 100, so 50 pounds worth about $100, right?
It is, yeah, roughly, about $75.
But still, there's something about a C note.
It's to do with like changing stuff. I know. Ooh, nice
we're gonna have to go to Ventrilo next game, Ipkai. I'm losing you quite frequently.
Yeah. Well, do you want to pause?
Yeah. Actually, let's pause at 20 on the dot. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Just watching this Su-85 come in, fighting all these G43s, getting Fausted. Yeah, the sniper's going to work. This is a very good game. All right, I'm paused at 20. Let's move over to Vent. That's best because I think people have heard more Robot Ipkai than they'll ever need to in their entire lives. Okay.
All right, so I'm on Vent.
He's back. All right, you're on Vent. I'm pushing to talk. Everybody hear him out there? How do our audio levels sound? Can we get an intermission clap at 20 minutes on the dot? I never get any claps from this audience. Bring back X-Fire. Bring back the X-Fire days. We get a lot of that other guy's face. Who's that guy? Who's the just like guy with the part in his hair?
Which guy?
Do you know?
Oh,
the guy that
Kappa
won Flug.
Kappa.
That's Kappa. Oh, he doesn't look remotely like it.
Yeah, that's Kappa.
Of sushi. I don't know what he has to do with sushi. All right. 20 minutes in. This is looking pretty good so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. This might get nasty. Oh, what's going on over here? The Tiger's on the field, man. Didn't even notice that. Hi, Tiger.
I didn't notice that either, but yeah, Con's called the Tiger in. Okay. Should we unpause?
Must we? Yes. We must.
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and count it in? Oh, actually, you're lagging.
So we're going to import?
No, I'll do it. Never mind.
You do it.
I can hear Vent.
Okay.
See, the problem with this Vent is that the server is in Chicago, so there is that ping issue. But here we go. We're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 01, 02, 03, 04, 05. Su-85 sniper combo, bro. It's like patch 3.1204 or whatever it was called. Right?
I know the patch numbers are weird now, and they say like 5-digit numbers wrong now.
Keep track of
it's
them.
like hard to remember. Yeah, you can't keep track of them.
It's funny though that they went like Co 1 was 2.60 whatever, and then Co 2 is 3 point whatever. I guess that refers to the engine, Essence 3.
Possibly. It is, yeah. Could be, or maybe this is the third iteration of Co 2 internally. You never know what the early ones were like.
So Tiger went for a tour, but is now showing its rear end. It's going to smash some fences. That's fascinating. Where's the action? Maybe in the center?
A little bit, not that much though. It's a bit skirmishy at the moment. So there's a bit of like, chill time right now. So after that guard squad being harassed by that many grins, they're sort of chilling out a bit. Nice rifle nade though in the mid.
Yeah, that was good. The conscripts were like, safety's on, fool. What do they want?
Someone linked to me on Steam, a friend of mine. He's just said that Scotland actually has £100 notes. Because Scotland prints their own money.
And you know what? Yeah. Gotta love our viewers. We got a bunch of Klappa-Kappas in the chat. That's cool. I'm feeling that. Thank you very much, each Klappa-Kappa.
Light artillery barge on the Zizzes in the mid. Just managed to get out just in time, I think.
Who are you watching? Oh yeah, okay. You're ahead of me,
down
bro.
in the west.
We're gonna have to time sync a little bit. And all right, let me just give you a sync. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 22. Are we good?
Yep.
Got it. It just they love to fight everywhere all at once, don't they? It pops off on both sides.
I know this is the hard bit with 2v2s because when you cancel that 4v4 as well. That was like, there's so much for you to cover in that as well. I was like, man,
I didn't even try. I made a rule. Just follow one dude. It worked out all right.
Yeah,
wow,
I think you need
falls. Wow.
Yeah, that was a bit of an easy kill, to be honest. I mean, that Panther went straight into an SU-85 and a guard squad. And I had Mark Target, I think. I don't know. Mark Target didn't get applied on it. But still, that was quite a weak loss of the arty piece. I mean, armor piece.
What is this off-map
call
in?
Arty strike. That's a precision bombing strike.
Kills it! Can you believe that? The wounded Tiger trying to limp backwards gets struck by an IL-2 precision bombing strike and killed. Suddenly the Soviets are all back in this.
I can kill 2 critical pieces of German armor. As well. I think a Gren squad got wiped as well on a mine in the middle. You can see there's still guys crawling about on the middle VP near the tank wreck. I think they actually got blown up.
Wow. What a surge by the Soviets. Really nice play. Lucky strikes there. Lucky strike on that bombing run.
Yeah, the Germans are going to be a bit of a disadvantage now because they haven't got an elephant, and the Soviets will no doubt have an ISU 152 on the way.
No
they
elephant.
Are a bit fuel off.
What?
No elephant, no. They
not
went for Tiger instead. Tiger and Light Jaeger.
Not even one of them could bother to pick an elephant doctrine in the finals.
No. That's very interesting.
Interesting. It's a bad decision.
Interesting.
Come on.
Yes.
And they'd done so well with it in the
saying.
semifinals. I mean, why change what ain't broken, Okay, here we have an off-map something or other on the snipers, and I don't know if Walter sees it yet. Oh no, this could be horrible. Snipers! Oh, you've got died inside. He saves one of them after he loses the other, but that was just foolhardy.
That was bad, just staying there for that long.
He never saw the smoke.
It clears house with shock troopers. No, I think he didn't notice it, and they just dropped on his head. They got the 222, Vet 2, 222. Just rising point. You should try and use the Vet 1 ability sometimes. If you're going to use it to push in on points, then it actually reveals infantry on the mini-map before you can see them, so that's something of note for that unit.
Only 10 ammo.
Yeah, very useful ability.
A steal.
You get that Vet 1. It's a steal, yeah. As well, the tracking ability that AT guns, the Soviet ones get, and the SU gets, if you look at Walther's one, that tracking ability is super cheap as well, and that gives you super line of sight. You'll just see, it'll be able to spot for itself, but you don't lose the mobility.
Right, Sia's pushing hard
instead of the
with everything he has. He's running his Grens, he's got packs, he's got that double vet 222. He's taking back that right VP. Ooh, raw. But my man, Herb1 over here, has got Khan pretty well contained. But, you know, Khan's got the next Tiger coming out to follow the first one. We'll see if he has a better time with it.
Well, Herb's not got enough ammo to drop more bombs. Yet, at least. Oh, the T-34 is in danger. It has to get out. There's no AT to back it up. No AT guns. But yeah, the Tiger just stops. Stops to chill for a bit. It's probably just going to assist these Grens in capping up the territory.
Oh, crazy 222 triple vet. I don't know what he was going after. How did he forget that there was an SU-85 there? But he came storming in and just bought the farm.
That's a big loss as well, because that 222 was doing well at keeping units off points.
Another Panther.
Oh,
so
no,
it's like a few minutes later, exactly what we had 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he could get some mileage out of it if he's you know, careful with it this time, because I think he lost it far too easily the first time round. But Malta has an SU-85 and two T-34-85s.
Yeah.
You got to be really
That's a
careful
great army.
with this Panther.
Oh boy, look at, oh look, he snuck through the hedgerow with the SU-85 and marked target going down. Panther knows he's in trouble, backs out. T-34-85s are chasing. SU-85 is able to turn the corner. When he fires, that's going to do a lot of damage. The infantry's retreating. There is a pack there to cover the retreat path of the Panther. SU-85's pushing. Pack lifts up for a second. Probably not the best idea. Wow, he might not even get to shoot. Wow, they're past him. And what are they doing, though? They seem, I don't know, I guess he's not going to go for the... He's still got marked target on this Panther. He should chase it. He does clear the pack. And I guess he's satisfied. He's backing away now. Nice attack
he's just
from Walter.
That's it. Fully reinforced.
And Herb has called on the ISU-152, the Zvero boy, the Beast Killer, I believe. Or maybe that was the SU-152. I'm not too good with the Russian vehicles.
And it lays its first long-range round. Range 100, coming in at the Tiger. What's the Tiger's range, like 60 or something?
40.
40? Poor Tiger. He's more than doubly
all the turreted
outranged.
tanks.
It's redunculous.
All the turreted tanks except the Panther have 40 range.
Range 100.
Panther's got 50 range.
Range 40. Not fair. Poor Tiger.
Stokes have got 50 as well. SU-85s and SU-76 have 60.
Stokes outrange a Tiger? Okay, just because they're fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, the fixed guns.
Okay.
But the Panther's got 50 range, and it can outrange IS-2s, for example.
Look at that.
Bit quiet.
Not quite a wipe, but about
right.
90% of the Grenadier's health removed. Okay, Tiger's getting in and taking shots from the ISU. Now, as the Wehrmacht side, how do they deal with the ISU 152? What techniques do they have with the commanders that they've chosen?
They haven't got enough armor. If they had a couple more P4s, and you know, maybe if that other Panther was still alive, they could have went in for it. But as it is right now, they haven't got a lot. The other thing as well is Pack 43 behind the building also can help against the ISU 152. You can just
Do they
stop
have
it going
access to
to
that?
certain spots. I mean, it doesn't. No, they don't. But if they did, you know, that's one other option.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of alternatives. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry,
all right.
alternatives.
I mean, I guess Ciaz losing that Panther was just hugely bad. That first one. Because with two Panthers, you might be able to do something, right? Because they're fast. They can actually get in. The Tiger is really
they're fast
hard.
to get in.
The Tiger could be a meat shield for like an elephant, but what's it supposed to do against an ISU, you know, backed up by SU-85s by itself? It can't do much.
If Ciaz had two Panthers as well to back up that Tiger, I think they would be able to take out that ISU
Brute force, just Tiger like head on. Panthers try to come in and flank. Yeah, it's gonna be so hard now. SU-85s, T-34-85s. there's no way they could get behind anything. And you know, they're just losing infantry because they're overworked right now. They don't have the armies to deal with all this Soviet stuff.
Yeah, the Soviets have got the armor advantage right now. And fuel-wise, the Germans, I mean, they could... Let's have a look. Sears has enough fuel for a Tiger. Not Tiger, a Panther. On could call in another Tiger in a few minutes as well. I mean, the VPs are still not too bad. You know, they're still in there, so it's not completely game over.
They do have time. That's the only thing they have on their side.
Yeah.
They have 300 and some VPs against 194. But look at the Soviets just creeping slowly forward. They're just chilling with the ISU 152 at the back. That's like a no-go zone for infantry, Wehrmacht infantry. 100 range all around that thing.
And tanks as well.
Su-85 is getting very ballsy, moving forward. Panther of Ciaz is backed into his base. I don't know if the Werfer was a good build. I mean, that thing has 0 kills. It barely has any static targets to fire at. I don't really know why he got it. I don't build Werfers anymore, to be honest, when I play Axis IPCAI. Not at all.
If they get static stuff, then it's not a bad purchase. But I think that the Soviets have actually not got many static things now, have they? There's only there's nothing. I can't see any AT guns yet of theirs, to be honest, on the field. Could try and get lucky and kill the snipers, but yeah, that's about it really. That would be useful.
I think Walter's having a monster game. He's just feeling it. I mean, look how aggressive. Look how deep he is capping. Look at the vet on his units. Let's just switch over to Walter for a second. Check out the army that he has amassed. Check out the vet. I mean, his only mistake, really, that I noticed all game was losing that one sniper.
They're taking lethal fire.
Yeah, the Werfer's firing. It's gonna, it's gonna do nothing. It did absolutely nothing. You know, there was a guard squad there under the rockets, but they didn't even feel anything. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Ciaz.
Ciaz's Panther does get Vet 1. That gives you Blitzkrieg, which got changed. Basically, what Blitzkrieg does now, it increases the acceleration, so then it's much more easier to maneuver.
Finally, the Panther
for
connects. Yeah, that was a good one. Took out those guards.
Built 2 though, right?
Cover. And
I wouldn't go in against these 2.
I mean, in a situation like this, why are Ciaz and Khan still on other sides of the map? It's time to overlap, you know? They can't do this, not at this stage.
They need to just go yo, we gotta take out Walter's armor.
You know, now Khan brings his Tiger across to the middle. And then now it's too late, the Panther's dead. Yeah,
and that's going to be even harder to deal with this ISU.
Triple vet ISU. I wonder if the ISU 152, he's still just chilling. Not even bothering coming over to the right where all the action is. Walter says, I do it myself.
His T-34.
Okay.
Look how fast that T-34, that Su-85 is firing. As well at Vet 3, it gets an increased rate of fire. Connor's got 2 Tigers, but Sears has lost a Panther, and that puts their their flanking power down because the Panther's such a good flanking tank.
Yeah, it's so fast.
As well as just being as well as being quite a good tank destroyer against turreted tanks, because it has outranges most turreted tanks. Actually, all turreted tanks. So
ISU 152 hasn't fired much, but when it does, it puts the hurt on Wehrmacht infantry.
Goes off with a big boom.
Does he get to shoot? Nope.
I don't see anything, so it's a bit quiet now. A little bit quiet, except for that engagement on the eastern VP. These penals have been doing alright. He's got a Vet 3 penal squad as well. Does Walther. So he's been doing well with that penal squad, and his one sniper that's Vet 3. I think the other one was Vet 3 before it got hit by the artillery.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing all right with his units. So CS has got his 3rd Panther.
And he got a 2nd Panzerwerfer. Just shocked. Those choices. I just feel like the Axis, they can't get organized. They can't, I don't know, they're at a loss at what to do. And maybe it's just because, you know, commander choices weren't really so great.
Yeah, that as well. I think Con and Sears haven't played too much with each other, whereas, you know, Sears plays with Pop a lot, and I think Con has another partner as well that he plays with. So he...
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, he plays most... Yeah, no, don't
that guy.
go down that road too much, but...
Yeah.
I think this is the first time they've, like, played 2v2 with each
Poor
other.
Con.
I might be mistaken, though.
Did he know?
They
That's
will
the
correct
question,
me.
right? Did he know? That's always the next question.
Well, you know, like the other guy from Co-1 as well, his partner didn't know either, so, you know, shit like that does happen.
Well, never mind.
you know who I'm on about. You know, yeah, they didn't.
yeah.
The partner didn't know until
Sometimes
he
the
found out,
partner
and then he
does
was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, and then he outed.
Sometimes, but you know, sometimes they don't. Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Washing the laundry.
How many people are in on the joke and others not? All right, Su-85's getting repaired. He's fully repaired. 3485s pushing in. Another marked target on the Panther. I feel like we've seen this twice already. It's like an instant replay of what happened earlier.
He's got to be careful. One T-3485 is probably going to go down.
Nope.
Oh, he managed to get it out.
The other 1v1 happening on the left. Tiger just pushing. All right, I guess Khan decided it's time. It's time to push.
Yeah, I think they would have
Stuff
been better
everywhere.
off combining armor and just, you know, trying to take out all of Walther's armor first, because the ISU takes a while to actually move across the map. Walther can actually get in another T-3485 call-in, a dual call-in now as well, if he so chooses to.
And Walter's floating 1,600 manpower. Here comes some more bombs, I think.
Yeah.
Tiger knows better this time, moves forward instead of backward. But now he's walking into ISU 152 fire.
Yeah, but he can survive that shot, the one shot from the ISU every 10 seconds. That whole barrage will just finish him completely. So, take a couple hits, that's okay. And you don't want to take that call in because it'll just annihilate you.
Now he's
But yeah,
taking
or
from
even
assists,
even if like CS as well helped out Con on the ISU as well, that could have happened too. So yeah, they needed to bunch up at one point or get together at one point to try and take out at least one army or do some significant damage to one. Actually, I'm mistaken as well. Walther at that one point he could call in stuff, but he's pop capped. He
Yeah.
couldn't call in any more T-3485s.
No
He
wonder
could get
he's
more
got so much
infantry,
manpower,
but- yeah.
right? He could maybe
Yeah.
just throw down like an ammo OP, but look at they've already got fuel OPs going, so I think they're pretty comfortable.
I think that's yeah. Yeah, Walther did build all these fuel points, so you know he knows like, man, I've got so much manpower, but I can't spend it. That sucks.
Well, they should make another ammo OP. Why not? You know, more precision bombing strikes can't hurt.
No, that's right. T-3485's coming in, and there's the Panther that got away barely. Ooh, nice. Can't use your, sorry, Panzerwerfer going in.
Where did it fall?
It fell on top of the T-3485s, but didn't do all that much damage.
Anything. It didn't do anything.
No.
Call a spade a spade, Ipkai. It did nothing.
I did nothing. It did nothing.
Alright, Tigers are trying to get repaired. It just saddens me to see all the yellow units on the left and all the blue units on the right. That makes Ami a sad boy.
Enemy is taking our territory. We
Yeah, you know,
They
you
might
say,
be
like,
tired.
Snowman,
Though. I mean, they had just had that epic fight against the Cobras, right? So maybe they're tired out.
yeah, but
we
maybe,
haven't mentioned
they might.
that Walter and Herb were like waiting and watching SNF and just chilling for many hours while Han and Ciez were like in the fight of their life versus Cobras. So perhaps fatigue is having an influence.
Yeah, that too as well. I mean, just to let people know that Walther and Herb, they played Sturm Tigers. They played them last night. So the both teams agreed to it. So then, I'm happy with that. You know, if both teams are happy with it, they can play early if they want to.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, they played early, so then
Walther later.
Yeah. Yeah, Walther and Herb, they already, they're kind of fresh. They haven't played all day, but sometimes, you get past this point where certain teams they'll play really good in one match, right? Then they'll look tired the next few matches, but then they sort of get over this wall, or get past this wall, and then you see them getting even better, and that does happen quite often as well. When you saw, I think, was it when Walther and Price were playing against Ciez and Pop? And Walther and Price played a shit ton of games that day, and they managed to win the
11 or something.
Yeah,
or 8 or 9.
Yeah, they played a fuckload of games that day. Yeah.
This has been another
pardon my
just
French.
monstrous, struggle. We're into the 42nd minute.
It's been an epic game.
I don't know. This one I wouldn't call epic. This has been a good game, but I think we're not seeing Ciez and Con at their best. How often do you see Ciez lose like 2 Panthers in a row?
Yeah, they're probably a bit tired from that one, but I'd imagine that in the next game you might see them play a bit better. Maybe they're like, we gotta step up our game for the the Soviet game, and I think that Ciez and Con, they're probably stronger at Soviets than Germans as well. And I think that's the case with a lot of the 2v2 teams. It's just because of the Soviet combined arms. They do a lot. They fare a lot better than the German combined arms.
We're in your base.
Killing your mans.
Stealing your Panthers.
Will they steal it?
They don't have anything up there, but it's available. This Su-85 has been a hero. Walter had a massive game.
It is, but
this is like the game of Walter's
the
life.
Tiger.
Is the Tiger going to hunt down that Su-85? Should do.
Could do. Yeah, I think he is. He's going to go for it.
I don't know. He might not get away with it. The Su-85s are back now. That Panther's still sitting there. Now they are pressed for time, though, with 42 VIPs left. And about to be triple capped.
And the middle one is going to go up. Yeah, the middle one's going to go up for the Soviets. No,
I wonder what the team chat is right now between Ciez and Con.
Only to be a fly on the wall in that room. I remember before when I used to watch like FPS casts before when they before they had the videos and stuff, and the commentators would actually be on the Ventrilo server of the two teams, and they'd be like, "Okay, we'll go into their team chat just to have a listen." So they pop into the Ventrilo channel.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you'd hear them, "What the fuck you doing, man? What your team kill me for?" All that shit going on.
Man. You're gonna lose that squad, man.
Yeah, and then they're just like, "Okay."
I told you not to rush forward, dude. Wait for me next time.
Yeah, stuff like that. Or why'd you give me with the Panzerfaust?
Don't block.
This was FPS games, of course.
Don't block.
Yeah.
Quit blocking, man. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm going to be flying the plane. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to be flying the planes. What'd you get the plane for? I don't know. The battlefield. Did you have vehicles in that, or was it just infantry combat?
Oh, dude, when we ran BF2, we'd do like 8-on-8s, and there'd be like jets and helicopters and APCs and tanks. It was a grand old time. We had every variety of modern weapon.
Oh, nice.
So, tough fight. The Axis looked really strong at the beginning, but it's really they 1v1'd it the whole way through, and they just kind of ran out of steam in the middle, and the Soviets were able to wear them down. And I think, just Walter had a stellar game.
Yeah, he played really well. He managed to keep the snipers alive. Managed to kill Siez's Panthers quite easily as well on a couple of occasions, which is unlike him, because he's really good with the unit preservation.
Yeah, one of the best.
As you've seen in the yeah, when you've seen it like in the other games, because I think he's been in every cup, isn't he? In the finals at least. Was there one week where he's not been in the finals?
I love that he participates in everything. Hope he keeps doing it.
I think he wasn't there. He wasn't there last weekend. I think he said he had to like a party or something, graduation party he had to go to. But yeah, he wasn't there last week. So but the other ones, he's been in every one, man. So you get to see a lot of him, which is cool.
Power Tomb giving you a call back on Skype.
Yep.
Kai, we've been going for a while. It's almost 1 a.m. in Berlin, almost midnight your time, and we got more games left to do. When did we start this cast?
7 your time, was it?
Oh my God, are you serious? So
Yeah,
we've
man.
gone almost 6 hours already. Holy shit!
Yeah. Or unless you want to do Monday night fights.
No, fuck that, man. We're doing
All
it.
right.
We're doing the finals. We're doing the finals. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. We can chalk one up for team what? Team what? Mortal Wombat. One for Mortal Wombat. Okay. We're going to go to the break and stream into our 6th hour on Sunday Night Fights channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Look, Ciaz is in the chat. Early mine outside their base was just a derp moment. Losing my first Panther instantly. Yeah, Ip, there was 1 week that I couldn't play. My sister was graduating. Well, congratulations to her. Now step up your game. Just kidding. All right, here comes the break. More Marvel years. Jam to the beats. We'll load that replay and we'll be right back.